raise your child, feed your child, care for your child, and then suddenly, instantly, they're gone.
Defendant is a young, attractive woman.
It's your girl, Mrs. Tony Two Times, and I'm back with another episode of Hood Tales. In this video, let's take it to Atlanta, Georgia, to discuss the tragic story of Kyla Lett and Chryghonne Rainey. But before we get into this video, a big thank you to our supporters. I appreciate you all so much. If you'd like to support the channel monetarily, you can find the information on the screen. And to support us for absolutely no cost, please hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and join the Tony Two Times family. Tap that notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Also, this video is sponsored by me, Mrs. Tony Two Times, and my YouTube channel. Make sure you check it out and support me. I'll leave the link to it in the description box. And be sure to share this video with everyone you know. Stay tuned until the end to hear all the details. All right, let's get into it. In early October 2022, a short-lived relationship between two young people spiraled into chaos and ended in tragedy. This is the story of Kyla Lett and Chryghonne Rainey, of ambition, miscommunication, and one irreversible decision. Kyla, 24, older, confident, and chasing a rap career. Chryghonne, 2 years younger, emotionally invested and looking for love. From the start, their dynamic was imbalanced. In early October 2022, 2 weeks after meeting each other, Kyla and Chryghonne made arrangements to go to Atlanta, Georgia together from their hometown in Ohio. Chryghonne's mother worked and lived in Atlanta's West End neighborhood, so Chryghonne himself was familiar with the city. Kyla's identical twin sister, Kayla, dropped Kyla off at the Greyhound bus station in Ohio, where she met up with Chryghonne. On the bus ride to Atlanta, Kyla was drinking, ready to party, inviting Chryghonne to the back to smoke. But he declined. Her actions shocked him, but she was unfazed. After they arrived in Atlanta, Kyla ventured out on her own. Kyla felt like she wasn't getting the Atlanta vibe she was looking for. The budding couple was staying in a place she didn't like. Chryghonne's mom was there and his family would pull up, making her feel like there was not enough space. Kyla decided to leave on October 6th and was gone the entire day, into the early morning hours of October 7th. To make matters worse, she left with a complete stranger. She just left Chryghonne and went on her way. She ended up getting a room at the Ramada Inn in College Park, a 12-minute train ride from the West End. In that area, she felt like she found the vibe she was looking for. Chryghonne was devastated. He texted Kyla, "You left me." She responded, "You got your mom." When they spoke again, Chryghonne expressed hurt and confusion. Chryghonne realized that Kyla was intoxicated and called her out. He told her, "You lit. All I wanted was to be with you." Her response was cold and dismissive. Kyla found Chryghonne annoying, goofy even. She felt like he talked too much. Chryghonne tried to reach Kyla mentally, emotionally. He expressed how he felt about the issues in their relationship. He told Kyla she lacked communication skills and they needed to work on communicating better with each other. He genuinely poured his heart out to Kyla. "You're good for my soul," he texted. She replied, "No, I'm not." They were only 2 weeks in, but he saw something real She did not. Things began to escalate. At some point, when they met back up, Chryghonne snatched her AirPods because Kyla was ignoring him. Before Kyla could return back to her hotel, Chryghonne wanted to get the best of her, and he got there before she did. In an effort to probably get Kyla's attention, he took her hoodie, flat iron, drugs, and shoes. It wasn't just petty, it was personal. After taking some of Kyla's belongings, Chryghonne called his mother for a ride back to the West End. His mother told him she wasn't his taxi and to find his own ride back. He said okay, but asked if she could pick him up from the laundromat where he was going to wash his clothes. She agreed. He also told his mother about what he had did and was a little braggadocious about taking Kyla's belongings, telling his mother Kyla had locked him out of the hotel room, so that was his way of getting back at her. When Kyla got back to her hotel and found some of her belongings missing, she was livid. Most of the trip she had ignored Chryghonne's calls, but now she was determined to find out where her stuff was. Chryghonne eventually told Kyla that he took them. After finding out where Chryghonne was, she stopped answering his calls. They argued via text message the afternoon of October 8, 2022. The text messages included threats of violence. Kyla had pulled a weapon on Chryghonne before. He messaged her, "You're not going to keep doing this every time we have issues." But this time, he said was different. He told her, "The police will be here waiting if you come back." Her response, "I don't care, nigga." Chryghonne called 911 multiple times. He reported a woman pointing a firearm in his face. But even then, he didn't say her name. He was still trying to protect her. On October 8, 2022, just after 8 p.m., Chryghonne is at the laundromat washing his clothes, waiting on his ride, holding his backpack. Then, Kyla shows up around 8:15. She walks in as he walks out. She cocks the firearm. He reaches for it. There's a struggle. She lowers it. He grabs her hoodie. Then, one shot to the forehead. Video surveillance captured everything. Chryghonne collapsed onto the cold concrete. Kyla steps over him, looks back, and runs away from the scene. After she fled, Kyla took the train back to College Park. She got back to the hotel around 9 p.m., packed her bags, and left her room. She checked out of the hotel within 30 minutes. The entire time after the incident, she was in contact with her twin sister, telling her what had just happened. After checking out, Kyla called a Lyft and booked a ride to Atlanta's Greyhound station and left the state. Chryghonne's mother reached out to Kyla after she hadn't heard back from her son. Text messages show Kyla lied to his mother. She said she hadn't seen him, told his mother about him taking her belongings, said he could keep the stuff, said she was leaving. Kyla tried to say she left Atlanta on October 6th, but records showed she had not. Chryghonne succumbed to his injuries and passed away on October 10th, 2022. After a months-long investigation, Kyla was arrested and charged with slaying Chryghonne Rainey.
Kyla, I have a twin sister named Kyla. That's why I keep correcting you.
In March 2023, Kyla Lett was indicted on 4 counts, including 2 hit charges, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime. Kyla went to trial in March 2025. There was a lot of both physical and circumstantial evidence, including phone records and lots of video surveillance that created a timeline of before, after, and during the crime. Kyla's twin sister Kyla also testified on behalf of the prosecution in an effort to stop the defense from using the probability that it was Kyla's twin sister Kyla who committed the crime and not her. After the jury deliberated, they found Kyla Lett guilty. The judge sentenced her to the maximum penalty of life without the possibility of parole, plus 5 years. Justice prevailed, but Chryghonne is gone. A life lost, a mother left without her son. May Chryghonne Rainey continue to rest in peace. My deepest condolences to his family. I send them my well wishes. Chryghonne was truly loved and adored by his family. Chryghonne didn't deserve to lose his life in cold blood. Kyla Lett now has to spend the rest of her life in prison over a decision seated in rage and anger. Was Chryghonne in the wrong for taking her stuff? Yes, but that was not a license for her to end his life. Chryghonne was blinded by his feelings for Kyla when she clearly didn't feel the same way. This wasn't just a bad breakup. It was a warning about ignoring red flags, about trauma, ego, and how quickly things can turn fatal. If you or someone you know is in a toxic relationship, don't wait. Say something. Get help. Fam, I'm going to leave the rest up to you. What are your thoughts on this tragic story? Let me know in the comments below. All right, fam, that's it for this episode of Hood Tales. Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times. Until next time.